everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I am so excited to share with you 6 DIY Dollar Tree decor crafts. So this is another episode in my huge I Love Fall series. I love to share with you guys how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below to enter my latest giveaway. There will be details down below for you guys, but let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this little wooden cutout from a Dollar Tree. It's a turkey cutout, and I want to lay down a base paint of white Waverly chalk paint. The next thing I want to do is sketch out my pattern. Now, the pattern on the breast, I wanted to do some little checkerboard pattern. So I'm taking some painter's tape and just painting lines going up and down and then crossways to make my little checkerboard. I'm using a Sharpie marker. That really helps me know where I want to paint my checks. Now, you all can paint any pattern that you love, or you don't even have to paint a pattern. You can just paint it in traditional colors. I want this to be super fun and whimsical. I also am going to use this little Dollar Tree sponge brush to paint some super adorable little polka dots on the body of my little Tom the turkey. And so I'm just dipping the sponge brush and then kind of giving it a little bit of a turning motion, and that helps get the paint all the way on there. And just have fun with this, get creative. Remember, these little Dollar Tree cutouts are only $1, you guys, so if you mess up, you can always paint over them. Now I'm going in with some brown acrylic paint. I believe it's like a cafe brown, and I'm using a smaller brush, and then I'm mixing it. As you guys can see, I'm mixing a little bit of brown and white together, and then beginning just to paint my checks. So I'm painting a brown check, and then I'm leaving the other square white. Now keep this in mind, you all can paint any color of check that you like. So maybe you have a shabby chic home and you do want to do a pink turkey, or maybe you have an aqua home and you want to do aqua. This DIY is supposed to be really creative and fun and whimsical, so get creative, have fun with it. Now, these DIYs are going to be very traditional. For me, I've decorated in a traditional fall color, but you guys just have fun with it, get creative, whip out that paintbrush and go for it. Once I had all of my checks painted, I decided to go in with that darker brown paint and paint my little turkey's feet with the darker brown paint. And then I'm very carefully and going in with a very, very small detail brush. And I get a lot of my paint brushes at the Dollar Tree, you guessed it. And I'm just painting the eyes black. Since I already had out the orange paint, I decided to make the little gobble gobble orange. You guys could always paint it red if you wanted to get out some red paint, but I thought, well, orange is fine. I'll just use what I already have on hand. And then I also decided to give my little polka dots some dimension by using some swirlies in with some of the white paint. So that's just a little thought there, is once you have the base of whatever little goodie that you're painting done, then you can go ahead with your detail brush and add in some details with some highlights. So take some of the whites and the darker colors and begin to add some dimension to your work. Another little tip I have for you all is to look in your makeup brush stash. Yes, I said makeup brush stash for paint brushes. Maybe you're a beginner painter and you need some extra brushes and you don't want to spend a lot of money. I've been using some of my old makeup brushes. I used that for the feathers actually on my turkey. Now, it's also totally great to invest in good brushes. I also want to note that I did add that little dot in my turkey's eye just to give it and bring it to life. So here's how it looks popped into my very traditional, or maybe not so traditional, Thanksgiving display. I always host my Thanksgiving dinner and I want it to be really extra special and glittering and fabulous for my guests, which is really my family, but I want them to feel special. I want them to feel royal and welcomed into my home. So everything you guys see here, pretty much I'm going to share with you guys a DIY on, very budget friendly and mostly all from the Dollar Tree. Let's get to it. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take 4 of these welcome fall signs and I'm going to begin to attach them with some hot glue. So I'm attaching it end to end, and what I want to create is a little planter box like something that I saw at Kirkland's, but we are going to do this on a budget. Then I'm going to stack them on top of one another. I am going to cover up the welcome fall sign, which I think is super adorable. So if you love that part of the sign, definitely use it as is, but I have so many signs already. So now I'm also going to take some of the Dollar Tree nautical rope. I wanted to edge this out. I also think jute twine would be really beautiful, but I am going to tell you right now that I'm challenging myself to use the supplies that I already have on hand. I know you guys have a lot of crafting supplies on hand, so try to dig into what you already have and get creative. I'm using my hot glue gun to attach the nautical rope all the way around the little edge of my planter box, and I think it is looking so super adorable. I see these little planter boxes at Kirkland's and at TJ Maxx and even Target, and they're so expensive, so I thought, why not create something on a budget? Now, the next thing I want to share with you guys is I've been using some puppy training pads to help clean up my crafting area and catch some of the fallout from my paint. So I'm using some of this Dollar Tree moss, and the puppy training pad below is going to help catch that moss, which really makes a mess on my crafting table. Now I'm adding a whole bag of moss. You could also add in some Dollar Tree foam, but I didn't really have any that was the right size, so I just added the moss instead. And then I'm going to take some of this lamb's ear, you can find it at Walmart, and I'm going to pop that in, and then just some of these little Dollar Tree pumpkin picks, and I'm just popping them in. And again, you may want to secure these with some foam, but this arrangement isn't going to move around a whole lot, so I wasn't really too worried about it. But have fun with it and get creative. Now I wanted this to be more of kind of like a little neutral farmhouse look. I haven't done a whole lot of that look this season. I've done a lot more traditional, but I thought for this setting, since I am doing more traditional, I want to do something just a little bit less dramatic so it will pop against some of my traditional stuff. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, continue to pop in some pretty florals. Again, a lot of these kind of more rustic farmhouse look. And then once you're satisfied, you can go ahead and display that. Have fun with it, use the colors you love, and get creative. So really, this was only about $4 to create the base, with the nautical rope $5, and then the little picks $6 or $7, so maybe $10 total. And check it out. I think it looks so high end and fabulous, gorgeous. Definitely something that you would not guess is from the Dollar Tree. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to take this lantern that I found at Dollar General, and then we're going to make a beautiful floral and bow for it using some Dollar Tree supplies. So I'm taking this Dollar Tree deco mesh, and I'm just going to make a quick little bow, and basically I'm just going to take the deco mesh and loop it over on itself. I actually had somebody ask if you could do this to make a bow with deco mesh, and yes, you can. You can just take it and go back and forth and loop it over on itself, and then I'm just going to trim it off right here, and this is going to give you a nice full bow. Now, of course, you don't have to use deco mesh on any project, but this was just an idea to kind of answer your question on how to use deco mesh or how to use it in a bow format. So I hope this will help you and give you guys some different ideas. So I'm going to take my little pipe cleaner and just pipe cleaner onto the top of the lantern, and then I did fluff that out. Now I'm taking my Easy Bow Maker. I found mine on Amazon, but it's much cheaper at Michael's or on Deco Exchange. I'm going to use this Dollar Tree leaf pattern ribbon, and I'm measuring a 5-inch bow on each side. So you make a loop, you measure 5 inches on each side and make a loop. So 5 inches on one side, 5 inches on the other side, make your loop. It is so easy. That little center prong is what's holding my bow together, so I don't have to tire out my fingers by holding my bow. It also gives me an opportunity to dovetail the ends of my ribbon. So by dovetailing, I just cut a triangle upward in my ribbon, and see how pretty that looks. It gives it that beautiful boutique finish. Now this is some green ribbon from Dollar Tree. I had it left over from my fall crafting. I don't generally reach for the green, but I was really excited that I actually used it in this project. I felt like it came out really pretty and it accented that deco mesh. The next ribbon, and say hello to my daughter. She had to give me a little kiss. She's one of my biggest cheerleaders when I'm working. It's so precious. So I'm using this pumpkin ribbon. This did not come from Dollar Tree. It actually came from Michael's, but I, again, am trying to use up the rest of the ribbon that's in my fall decorating stash. Okay, so again, I went 5 inches across on the loops. This is kind of more of a simpler bow, and by simple I mean I do like to use a lot of ribbon. I'm taking a pipe cleaner and I'm just going to tie it off. So there were 3 layers of this ribbon. They're all the same size, the 5 inches. I'm going to twist that pipe cleaner on there, and then I'm just going to take the pipe cleaner and tie it onto the top of my lantern. Again, this lantern is from Dollar General. It was about $8, maybe $10 at the most. The next secret to your bow making is fluff. You've got to twist those loops out and fluff them, fluff them, fluff them. When you think you're done fluffing, give it some more fluffing. Now, don't forget to add some pretty fall leaves. These are from Dollar Tree. I just took them off of their stems, and I'm hot gluing them and adding them in here. Now my daughter's back with puppers. I had to give them both a little kiss and some lovin'. She's the babysitter today. And then I'm going to pop in one of these beautiful LED candles. Oh my gosh, they are so wonderful. They're from Amazon. They look so realistic. They're a flickering, flameless candle. They're battery operated. I'll link some in my Amazon store for you guys, but I did pop in one of those Dollar Tree garlands, some Dollar Tree pitberry, and then some of these little Dollar Tree, they're just kind of like little ting, I guess you would say, just to kind of give it some dimension. Check this out. How gorgeous did this turn out? Now in a setting, I'm actually going to put this in my entryway, but I had to share with you guys just how beautiful this looks. This looks so high end and elegant, like something you would see in a seasonal home decor store. And who knew that pretty much everything on this came from the Dollar Tree, minus the candle and the lantern, of course. But you guys can even make some lanterns. I've made some with picture frames from the Dollar Tree. The sky's the limit. Get creative. Dig into your stash. I know you guys have some pretty ribbon, a little candle, some leaves, and you can just make something really beautiful to brighten up your home. And it's also a great way to begin to wind down maybe some of your fall crafting like I'm doing, and trying to just use the rest of what you have. So I wanted to give you guys some ideas for that. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to make a beautiful, elegant decor piece for my table. So I'm taking this Dollar Tree oversized bow, and then I just layer that with a Dollar Tree glittering leaf, and then some more Dollar Tree glittering picks. I'm adding lots and lots of hot glue to the center of these. I'm also adding in some Dollar Tree pit garland, and then adding another layer of Dollar Tree ribbons with this pumpkin ribbon, and then this cute little buffalo check or gingham ribbon. Now I'm going to tie a shoelace bow, and that's just a bow that you would tie like you're tying your shoelaces. I'm going to add that into the center of this, and my idea is to make something beautiful and creative if you're setting a table or a tablescape for your Thanksgiving dinner, something regal and royal. So I decided to add this beautiful glittering gem. I get my gems from TotallyDazzle.com. They have the best deals. They're about $1.50 each for these beautiful jewels, and they look so realistic. They're so gorgeous. Anyway, I'll leave the link down for you guys down below in my description box. But check this out. I just want all of my guests when they come to my table to feel very welcome, and I want it to feel very royal. I think it's so beautiful, like something you would see in Victoria magazine where they're mixing like rustic and then they add that pop of glam just to really give it that extra special glittering touch. Comment below, let me know what you guys think about that. Now I tied it in, as you guys can see, to this kind of tablescape idea with those glittering Dollar Tree pumpkins, and then kind of offset with this more farmhouse rustic floral piece. Now for the next DIY, I'm going to take these two candlesticks that I found at the thrift store, this Dollar Tree floral foam. I'm going to hot glue them to the top of the candlestick, and this is just super easy. This is what I call a blooming candlestick. This is a great way to repurpose and reuse the rest of your fall ribbon. So I'm going to take some of this fall ribbon. I'm going to start out with the green, and I'm just going to take and make a loop. That's it, you guys. This is so easy. This may even be what some people call the funky bow, although I'm not sure that that's what it might be called, so don't quote me here. But I'm going to take and I'm going to make another loop. So I have a green loop, and now I have a fall leaf loop. Again, this ribbon is from Dollar Tree, so I have a green and then a leaf, and then I'm going to go in with some of this pumpkin ribbon. Whoops, I'm sorry, I went in with some of this buffalo check plaid ribbon. So, and remember too, I'm using what I have in my stash. I'm trying to reuse and repurpose all of the rest of that fall ribbon. You guys, I bought so much fall ribbon. I feel so guilty that I bought so much, but I want to repurpose and reuse it. So now I'm just adding in some of this pumpkin ribbon and some of this plaid ribbon. Now that I have these several layers of ribbon, I'm just going to tie them off with this piece of pipe cleaner. Super easy peasy. The next thing I want to do is I want to give my bows a fluffing. So you're just going to take the loops and kind of pull them out. Super easy. You're just going to pull those loops out and kind of twist them around, and that's going to give your bow some fluffiness. And then to attach my ribbon, I'm going to take this piece of, it's just floral. Basically, it's like a floral stem. I'm going to bend it down, and I'm going to push it into the ribbon and then attach it into my piece of floral foam. I'm also going to add a dab of hot glue on either side. So it's basically going to create kind of just like a little way to attach it. I hope that makes sense. Comment and let me know if you guys have questions on that one. The next step to my blooming candlestick is to add tons of beautiful Dollar Tree leaves. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just digging into my stash, and I'm pulling out all the rest of my leaves that I have left over from the rest of this decorating season. The next thing I want to do is add some Dollar Tree floral moss to the top of my little foam. So this is going to kind of cover up that part that I don't want to see of the green stuff. So I'm just adding some hot glue, and then I'm adding some of the moss. Now you guys could also use green moss, but I thought the brown moss might be a little bit better for fall. I'm going to use some of these flameless flickering candles. I absolutely love these. I'll link some in my Amazon store. They're amazing. They're battery operated. They're super safe because they are flameless and they're battery operated. I added some pitberry garland and here it is. Oh my goodness. Tell me this does not look like something that you would see at Kirkland's or TJ Maxx or at a beautiful seasonal decor store, and we made it for next to nothing with some Dollar Tree leaves and moss and some pretty little ribbons. And oh my goodness, I just love finding ways to repurpose and reuse and upcycle those little pretty candlesticks. They were from the thrift store. I slapped a coat of white paint on them, and really, you guys, just the sky is the limit. You guys can really have a boutique, gorgeous home on a budget. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to take this really cute little wooden cutout, and it is just a leaf cutout. I'm going to lay down a white base coat of white Waverly chalk paint. I love to do that for my wooden cutouts if I'm going to paint a pattern on them. That just gives them something for my acrylic paint to adhere to. And then I decided to create a pattern, and I wanted to do some polka dots and some checks on it because that's how I did my little turkey that I did earlier. Now, I will tell you that I ended up painting over the polka dots, so bear with me. But I did go ahead and just use this painter's tape to begin to create stripes on my little leaf. Now, my leaf is going to be whimsical and fun. And again, I'm creating it to match in with my Tom the turkey that I painted earlier in this DIY. So, and now I'm just going to go the opposite direction from the stripes. So now I'm going in the opposite direction, and I'm just using my Sharpie marker again to get my checks all ready. You guys, I've been kind of crazy over checks, but you guys paint whatever pattern that you love. This is what I love. So also, think about this. You guys can choose any color that you love. Now, for me, I decided to choose some oranges and browns. Now, this was what I had originally done, where I just took and I made some polka dots with the little Dollar Tree sponge brush and made polka dots inside my leaf. I will tell you that I did paint over the polka dots because I decided it made my leaf look like it had some kind of measles on it. But you guys might like the polka dots. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I always love to hear what you guys think about things. Now, I'm taking some of the brown paint that I originally used on my turkey, and I'm going to go ahead and paint some really cute little brown checks. So I'm mixing the brown and the white together to kind of give it that really cute little hand-painted look. And I decided again to paint over the polka dots with just some orange paint. You know, sometimes it's just a little bit of trial and error. So comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this. I think if I had it to do over again, I may have just painted my leaf, probably just either all with checks or whatnot, but sometimes maybe it's just a happy little accident. So I just went ahead and painted in the orange part, and then I decided to just draw some kind of little veins in my leaves. I also thought it would have been really cute if I would have painted like, you know, happy fall y'all, or just some kind of really cute little saying there. So, you know, hindsight is 2020, and I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of times I am crafting upside down and backwards when I'm sharing these DIYs with you guys. So here is everything all popped in together. I put the leaf on this end of the display, and then there's the turkey on this end that I was kind of trying to match in. I think they look super adorable. adorable and fun and ready for a fun and fabulous glittering Thanksgiving, royal as ever. Now, as always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know which is your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be all recreating. I love to hear what you guys are up to. I love to see all of your amazing posts in our Facebook group page, which is totally free to join, by the way. Now, since we're kind of like doing a little bit of fall Thanksgiving, I want to hear from you guys and let me know if you guys do Thanksgiving at your home. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Do you love the turkey? Do you love the pumpkin pie? I always host Thanksgiving and I try to switch things up a little bit. So maybe you guys could give me a new recipe. Drop it in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are up to. It will also enter you guys in my latest giveaway. Details down below. Plus, we are heading towards 200K on this channel. Now, I'm giving away a Cricut plus a $200 shopping spree when we hit 200K. Plus, I have another giveaway going, which is separate from that one, which is a $100 shopping spree for crafting or groceries or whatever you guys want to do. So I'll leave both the details down below in the description box for you guys. I want to wish you guys a happy fall. It is starting to get chilly here. Finally, oh my goodness, I am so ready for that crisp fall weather and pumpkins and hot cocoa and all of that good stuff. And then of course I had to pop in my little Bingy bear. He is getting crazy and big and we just love him so much. And thank you. I love y'all too. Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. I hope you all are totally inspired to get your craft and decorating adventure on. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. I also have an Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. I post several DIY videos over there, as well as a group page. Now, the group page is totally free to join. It is just a little community for everybody that loves to craft and decorate to share their photos and DIY projects over there. So all you guys have to do is request to join. I'll approve your request and you can post photos of your home decor and your DIY projects over there. And let me tell you, it is the sweetest little kindest community over there. It is just for crafting and decorating and uplifting one another in the journey, because we're all at a different spot in our crafting and decorating journey. So it's just to kind of cheer each other on and try out new projects and just get inspired. So thank you guys for everybody who's over there. I see your posts. I love seeing your posts. I wish I had time to like sit and just hang out with you guys all day long in the group, but then I would have no crafting done to share with you guys in these videos. So anyway, let me know though. I love to see what you guys are up to. Okay, also I have an Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram page. I share a good morning cup of coffee with you all every morning, as well as behind the scenes of my little crazy crafty mama life, sneak peeks of my DIY projects, and just fun things that I don't maybe share on here or on Facebook. So anyway, I love you guys to the moon and back. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. I can't wait for the next video. Again, don't forget to check out the rest of the I Love Fall playlist down below. We've done probably 30 DIY projects already. We did probably 100 over the last couple of years in all of my I Love Fall series. So all you guys have to do is click on the playlist and it will just roll into video after video of fall inspiration. And if you're Christmas crafting, I have a huge playlist of Christmas crafting on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, I love y'all to the moon and back. I can't wait for the next video. Remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. And until then, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.